And we are live. Hi, everybody. I am so happy to be back. I'm so grateful to be able to do this one again. Hello, everyone. If this is your first time tuning in, maraming salamat. I know there are so many people, new people that started following me, and I am so thankful to all of you guys that your guys are so interested in following these business pages. Maraming salamat, and of course for those of you who've been following me, I know that some of you are connected or keep on showing me your support. But I also wanted to say thank you, especially those who are new in this pages that I have. There's a few of you guys that just sent me a message about what I've been doing, and I'm so truly grateful to all of you guys. Again, this is something that we always wanted to share to everybody, because again, this is a life changing a business that I've been doing for over 7 years already. But again, we're not going to talk about more on to the business itself, but we're talking about tonight, we're going to talk about the reason why you are stuck. And a lot of us really are in that position where you're not moving forward in that kind of life that you have right now. Maybe you're asking God, or maybe you've been praying for so many things in your life, but God is not giving you what you have been praying for. And you know why is it like that? Because for us as a human, and it's human nature, that when we pray, we wanted that answer right away, right? Have is that you guys? Comment below if that's you. If you've been praying and you wanted to get that result, or you wanted to get that answer from God right away. And I was one of those people back then when I still didn't realize how God is working in our life, right? And I think because of my faith, and because I learned now from the previous, and from the, oh my goodness, I have 34 million viewers. Thank you so much. Because this one is actually live stream in YouTube and business pages of mine, so that's why I have those 35 million viewers. I love it. Okay. So, you know what? I totally forgot to tell you what's my name and what I've been doing. Sorry for that one. But again, my name is Elena. As you can see that one on the screen. I've been a boss free for over 7 years already. I started to leave the three employments at the age of 32 years old. So I've been in Canada for over a decade already. And to tell you honestly, I only, I only experienced being unemployed for over 5 years. That's it. That's it. Some people, when I say that one, wow, you are so blessed, because there's so many people out there that I coach, and I see how their lives are actually struggling, and they've been in abroad for over 3 decades, or maybe over 2 decades, right? But still their lives are still not in that position where they really wanted to be, right? And it's not that God is telling you that you don't deserve that kind of life that you've been praying for. It's not, because God is always, he's a gracious God, right? He's always give us, even if we feel like we don't deserve it. Like, for me, I don't feel like I deserve all the blessings that I have in my life. I don't. Right. And I will never going to recognize that I deserve that one. It's because, the reason for that one is I feel like, God has given me so much blessings that with all the things that happen in my life, I don't think I deserve it. right? And I feel like maybe because I've been so judgmental about my life, it's not about that one, but I feel like, we're human and we had a lot of, shortcomings in our lives, and we feel like, and I feel like I don't deserve all the blessings that I've been getting in this, time of my life, right? So now let's go and dig into that topic that we have. What if the only reason you're stuck in your life right now is because you are playing safe? What does that mean? Right? Can you please ask yourself right now, right? Why, God? Why am I not moving forward in my life? Why that, my life is still like this? I'm still stuck. I'm still in that kind of life where I don't even feel that I'm moving forward. I don't even feel that there is a progress in my life. I don't even feel that I was getting closer to the dreams and the goals that I have in my life, right? Have you, are you, asking that one to your life, to God or to yourself, right? Because you know what, I I only make words it's easier. Good for you, right? You'll get blessing more than you deserve. God is sending love from heaven for you. Amen. Praise God. God bless you. Naveen Kumar from YouTube. Thank you so much for you are God. You are good. Your God is inside you. Amen. Praise God. Right? Yeah. All right. So going back to that topic that I was talking about, um for me, getting out from my comfort zone was not easy, but it changed my life, right? I think that's one thing. If you're gonna ask yourself, she was, watch me for a couple of years before she jumped into this kind of business that I've been doing. And that she watched me for a couple of years, and then when she was in that position in her life where it was very, very uncomfortable, that she needed to make a decision, because her health was actually compromised. And for us as a human, we decide when we are in that position where it's so hard already, that you wanted to squeeze more something for to your in to yourself, but then there's nothing coming out anymore, kind of thing, right? Do you get what I mean? And yeah, I mean, we're always playing safe. We're always telling to ourselves, like, I feel comfortable and I am so afraid to do something different, because you know what, all of us, we are already designed in a very systematic kind of life, in our daily life, right? We were already set up since, there's one thing that I watch from, and this is very real, there's one thing that I watch. Why did they, um you know I invented the school? Why did they actually invented the system in a school? It's because all the people that goes to school, they actually designed to be a worker, right? They actually designed to be a worker. They are actually designed not to go out from their comfort zone, because that's, people that are very, smart, and people that are, who invented this system, school system, they don't want this kind of, they want all these people to be their, worker. So that's why, I'm not against about, school, because, I went to school, I still send my son to school. But I think there is something in there that we needed to revise, in a way that we wanted to teach our kids that going to school is not guarantee you to be, successful in life, right? And for us who went to school, we are very, always playing safe, that this is just the kind of life I just wanted to be employed. I'm not designed to be going out to my from my comfort zone. I am not designed to have more in my life. I was not designed to to change my life in a way that I will be very successful and millionaire, right? And so that's why a lot of us always afraid to go out from your comfort zone, always afraid to try something new, right? Always afraid to to do something different in your life, right? And that's why you're always stuck. And I wanted to share to you a story of myself where when I decided to go out and I decided not to play safe all the time in my life. In 2018, when my life was very, very down, I hit the rock bottom of my life, rock bottom in my life, right? I hit that one and I didn't know how to restart all over again. I was drowning in debt, right? And then when I'm going to start, before I decided to start the business, I was in that, I was actually asking myself, if I'm going to invest into this business, if I'm going to start and invest into the business, because you know what, guys, this is not new to everyone. When you're going to start a business, there's always a capital and investment, right? And for me, when I was actually in when I was actually wanted to start a business, I was actually asking myself, am I going to add more debts in my, in my life? What if I'm not going to, become successful of, or this business is not going to work for me, will not going to work for me, right? But then all of a sudden there's something in my mind that shifted right away, and I said, like, I can't play safe all the time. I needed to do, or I needed to step out from my comfort zone, and I needed to decide and needed to do a bold decision in my life so that it will change. Otherwise, the regret or the things that I will be paying for that regret is even bigger than the regret of not trying to do something different so that it can change, so that I can change my life, right? And so that was the comparison that I was telling to myself before. The regret that I will get of not trying this business will be bigger than the regret of trying it, because I know that if I try it, there's something big difference. There's something different that can change my life. There is something in that, in that year of my life that I was telling to myself, if I'm gonna start this one, I know for sure in 2 months, 3 months, I will be ahead of those people that is still thinking and playing safe on the other side. Right. And so that's one thing that I realized. And I said to myself, no, I need to go out. I need to do something. I need to have that bold decision that I'm going to start. And I was right, because when I decided to start the business, I made that decision and I made that promise to myself that I'm going to work it out. No matter what happened, I'm going to become successful in the business, because again, it's you who's going to drive your life. It's you who's going to have that control over the things that is going to happen in your life. It's not the government, it's not the politician, it's not no one around you. It's you who's going to have that control over the things that is going to happen in your life, over the future, right, of your family. It's in you right now. And that's why I always tell to the people that I coach, right? The life that you have right now, you have all that means, and I'm giving you that, key to change your life now. But again, even if I give you that key to change your life, you're going to open that box, because that box, it comes with everything that you need to become successful. But if you are, you're trying to restrict all of that, or you're trying to move backward, and you don't want to move forward, nothing is going to change your life. If you're not going to use and receive that key and use that key to open that box, nothing will ever, ever, ever change your life. And I guarantee you that one. It's because, um, as I always tell this one to the people, right? There are so many noise around you. There's so many distractions. There's so many people that feeding you negative things, that, oh, you're not going to be successful. Oh, this is not for you. Oh, you know what? Those things are not real. Oh, this one, it's not going to happen. That's too good to be true. There's so many distractions and noises that's feeding you. But again, at the end of the day, it's you, and it's you, and it's you that can actually change your life. It's not the people around you. It's not those people that are feeding you negative things. It's not, right? Because for me, I have my own family, right? I have my own kids, right? I have, I have so many inspiration that I wanted to help, right? And again, who's going to help the people that I wanted to help? Who's going to help my kids to change their future? Who's going to change? Who's going to help myself to get out from that very uncomfortable life? Because I was drowning in debt back then, right? Who's going to help me? No one. My siblings, they have their own lives, right? The politics, the politicians, the government, they're not going to help me, right? No one, and no one is responsible to your future except you. And it's you, and it's you, and it's you, right? And don't ever wait that moment in your life that you will regret of not trying something now, right? Because it's so easy to say, oh, it's not the right time. It's so easy to say, oh, I'm so busy. It's so easy to say to yourself that, I have so much commitment this time. It's so easy for you to say that, I'm gonna do that one the next day. It's so easy, right? It's so easy. It's so easy for you to say, oh, I just want to lay down for now. Oh, it's so easy for you to say, oh, I just want to sleep. I just wanted to relax. Like, relax every day, that when you look at yourself after three years, nothing happened, right? You were so relaxed for that 3 years, and that 3 years that have passed, you will realize that, oh my goodness, it was a big regret that I never take action to fulfill what I want in my life, right? So we have a lot of comments here. We are always focused on what people might say and think about us. And again, at the end of the day, these people will not going to pay your bills. That's very right, right? That's very right. And these are few of the fears of people, why they stop there and they don't want to move forward and start a business. It's because they are so afraid of the naysayers. They are so afraid of the people around them, the environment, right? They're so afraid. And I tell you, you know what? In the beginning, when I started a business, and I tell you the ones, this is true, and I swear to God, when I started the business, I didn't get that success right away in the first few months of running the business. But then, one thing that I realized why I was not getting the success that I wanted, it's because I was in that kind of, life or season in my life where I was hiding something. And I tell you this one, I was not hiding, not because I was shy or something, or ashamed. I was hiding. It's because I didn't want the judgment of other people. And because of that one, I wanted to protect. It's kind of like, what I'm trying to say right now is because of my son's situation. And as I'm a mom, it's a human nature that you wanted to protect your kids, your children. And that's what I was doing before. And I realized, like, at the end of the day, even if I show this one, because in the future I will be showing anyways, right? Why not now? And by the time I realized, like, these people will never going to pay my bills, these people will never put food on the table for my family, these people will just gonna say whatever they want, and it's not gonna matter at all for me, right? It's because at the end of the day, I will be the one to in control of whatever happens in my life, right? And since then, I was getting that result. I was, because I was being true. I was, I was showing everything, about my life. And that's when I started building the trust of other people, right? And, I was not, I was not shy. I was not ashamed. Now, since then, I was getting the results that I want. I'm grateful for the school my daughter goes to, but I always tell her to try new things, right? For us, we always, like, they're always at school and they're feeding them so many things. And I think at the end of the day, when they come home, it's really so important for us to sit down with them, like during mealtime, because that's when we can actually feed them whatever the values that we wanted to feed them in their life. That's the only moment. Because again, when we send our kids to school, they'll be there for how many hours, right? And by the time that they come home, you're not there yet because you're still working, right? And that is the sad reality happening now in our life as a parent. And I'm truly grateful that I found the business as soon as I gave birth. I found the business that I didn't send my kids to any daycare at all, right? I was the one who raised him, not until I sent him to a regular school, kindergarten, junior kindergarten, and then kindergarten, and then grade 1, grade 2, right? But I was there throughout his milestone. I was there throughout his life. Like, I am so truly grateful that I was able to do that one. And through this online business, I was able to leave the 3 employments and became a full-time mom, and raise my son the way that I wanted him to be raised, not other people, right? Your efforts are focused on physical business, and what about the mind? The mind, we're always focused on the mindset. In our business, to tell you honestly, in a very first part of our training, we build the mindset of the people. Why? Because that matters the most. Because even if I give you the most successful system out there, if your mindset is so negative, you will never going to become successful. So in our training side, it's all about mindset. That's what we are going to shift. That's what we are going to work it out in the beginning, so that you will get that success that you want. It's not about just the business itself. In our business, it's not just about the money, because money, you can see, you can find there where it's just right there. The money is just right there. It's just up to you when you are going to pick that money for yourself. But again, in the beginning, when you're going to start the business with us, we always build that mindset, because the mindset is the most important foundation in a success, right? Okay, hi sis Laila. Good evening to you. I'm so glad I joined this business. Even with the debt that I have, I still pursue this, and will reach my destination. It's just a matter of time, and it's just a matter of your commitment and the effort that you put into the business. Because at the end of the day, whatever the system that we are giving in this business that we are giving to the people, it works to thousands of people around the globe. 1000% it works to everyone, because our system is designed for everyday people like us, right? This is not kind of like a system that is not proven. This is not kind of business that it's untested. This business is actually using by thousands of people around the globe already. So that means it works. It works. It's just a matter of time building this one, because this business is not a short-term business. It's a long-term business, because this business, you are building a legacy that you can transfer it to your kids, right? Where do you live in this beautiful world? I live in Canada. Thank you for asking. And where are you from? Regret will haunt you big time. And until you take that action, it will not going to stop, right? right? Because you know what, guys, when that regret is haunting you, that means that you needed some change in your life, right? If you keep on seeing so many things there, and then those things that you are seeing is actually the ones that you've been praying for, that means that is a sign from God. Don't you see that? Don't you recognize that one? That when you pray something and then all of a sudden it's right there, that's when God is answering your prayer. He's not going to talk to you and say, hey, that's the way that he talked to you is the action, the things that is happening around us. But it's all up to you how to recognize that answer from God, right? So, you know what, guys? I tell you this one, that regret is so hard and it will haunt you, day and night, day and night. Okay, so you should be the master of your fate and the captain of your ship. One of the most beautiful thing that I read tonight. Yes, you are very right. You're very inspiring. I believe in myself and in the business. Yes, that's one thing that we want you to understand. Because even if we believe in you, if you don't believe in yourself, nothing is going to change in your life. Because at the end of the day, just what he said, Naveen, she said that you are the master of your fate and the captain of your ship. You drive that one. So you have to believe in yourself that you can get to that. You are going to get to that destination. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of how fast you're going to drive that ship, right? How fast are you going to run after your dreams, go after your dreams, right? So it's all up to you. It's so easy to say that you are secured with your job because you're climbed the ladder and made six figures a year. That's you, Chi. That was you. You were making six figure in a job where you actually, when you found the business over 6 years ago, you ignored it because you think that, because what you have in your mind is, I can make that money because I'm making six figures every year in my job. But again, if something happened, that's what happened, right? Then something happened in her life, and that's when she acknowledged that opportunity that God is giving her. That was the time that she shifted her mind from an employee to a mindset that is growth mindset, that she's actually applying in her life right now. Now she doesn't have that employee mindset anymore. It's a business mindset already. So I'm so proud of you, Chi. And I see your growth in just a short period of time. I am so proud of you. So please, can I have the pleasure to have you motivational coach of my son? Okay, so I'm so happy, but I think I am not a motivational coach. If you can send me a private message, I can actually send you to one of the motivational coach that we have in our church, and she ran her own business as well. If you wanted, but I am not a motivational coach. I only do this one through live video, doing this one. But again, I'm so happy that you recognize, you feel like I am a motivational coach. Thank you so much for that. But again, I am not a motivational coach. In our business, I can send you someone that you can connect with, but I am just doing this one. The only purpose of this is to inspire and motivate people, but I'm not getting paid through whatever I am doing the live video right now. We have a different business. All right. So there you go. So again, Boo and Chi, I'm so proud of you guys. I saw your live video tonight, and it was wonderful reminiscing the childhood memories that we had. And those what do you call this one, ice candy, those sticker eyes, the way that we were raised, the way that when we were kids, how they punish us when we were kids. Those are the beautiful memories that you still wanted to keep on reminiscing over and over and over again, right? So what kind of business you are promoting? Please tell me. I'll send you a message. I will, I will. Please send me a private message, so that I can reply to your private message, Naveen. I will be happy to share it to you if you are interested. Again, I will private message you. Just send me a message, okay, in my YouTube account. God bless everybody. I think that's all for now. I am just so happy to, do this live video again. And I'm very, very grateful that I was able to share some wisdom to you guys. I was able to inspire all of you. And that is the goal here. And again, thank you so very much. I will say this one in my language, Tagalog, right? Lagi niyong tatandaan, walang imposible sa taong may malaking pangarap. In English, always remember this one. Wait. um, there's no impossible if you have that big dreams. Nothing is impossible if you have that big dreams. There you go, guys. That's the English. Okay. Be sent. Okay, so maybe I will send you I will reply to your whatever the comment here that you have, and I will connect with you, Navin. Okay. God bless everybody. God bless, and I'll see you again in my next live video. Bye for now.